A fourth hall is Sokkvabekk, which the cool waves crash upon. There, Odin and Saga drink happily every day from golden cups.
So this one, I think, was actually one of the most interesting when I really dug into it after a little while there. So Sokkvabekk and Saga, these could be bynames for Frigg and her hall Fensalir, which I think either we're going to touch on later here or it's mentioned in a different place. But it's possible that these are alternative names for Frigg's hall and for Frigg herself, just to fit into the poetic line here. They did that. They had alternative forms that had different first letters. That's the big part of how their poetry was put together, was the use of multiple words of the same first letter, alliteration being the term there. And so this could have been just a case where this is a good alternate name for something that goes by the letter F normally, but a letter S is better in this case. But just to go off the meanings here, and this is why this could be this kind of the same here. Sokkvabekk means sunken banks, whereas Fensalir is fen halls, fen being a type of a marsh. And Sokkvabekk, the cool waves crash upon it, and so it sort of implies that it's kind of near water. So in all the cases, it's kind of similar. And Saga, the name Saga, kind of comes from it could be related to the word to see, or possibly the word to say. It could be something like that. And it's the implication is that it's referring to a seeress who is able to see things and say things. And Frigg is referred to as a seeress, particularly in the Lokasena, which we'll tackle pretty quick here, actually, for our pace anyway. But Frigg is referred to as a seeress in that particular case. So what this eventually gets to for me is that this could describe this is where Odin and Frigg live happily together and drink mead. So isn't that nice? Or they drink from golden cups. It doesn't necessarily have to be mead, but I think they probably drink some mead.
I would say mead. Yeah. I totally agree with what you're saying, and I looked at it, and it looks to me like Odin hanging out in the sort of with the chaotic feminine in the water, and drinking with it. Drinking with the feminine, in this case, sort of the divine feminine, who he has made his wife. So I've written down here, he's drinking his daily dose of digestible chaos.
That's amazing. That's wow.
Which is what we all should be doing, right? Is having our daily dose of digestible chaos so that we can grow and have our one foot in the area that is known, and then 1 foot in the area that's unknown.
Wow, I didn't even go there with this one. That's nice.
And isn't it nice he's doing it with his wife?
Yes, exactly. I think that's what I focused on here, because
definitely.
Well, the name Saga. I mean, it could be. I could be getting this exactly wrong. It could be related though to what we know today as sagas, like the stories of heroes and stuff like that. I mean, that's the first place that I originally went. I don't know if it's the exact same word there. It could be, but originally I thought that this was sort of a separate character, but this is nice to me that it's just the husband and wife, and they live together here and they drink happily every day. That's cool. I like that.
And I think too, that's kind of what a husband and wife are supposed to do for each other, is in one instance be that safe spot, but also that daily dose of chaos, because they are an entirely different person, and like we all know how annoying that can be. Like because it's chaotic, and you can have this person that you love intensely and immensely, but there's still a whole other person, and you can't control it. So and you learn so much just from that in itself.
Well, you don't want your spouse to be someone who just only loves you, like, and there's no negative. There was some statistics that Dr. Peterson talked about, something like, if you have one negative interaction for every 10 positive reactions, that's a good number to keep you together, because you want someone that you can contend with, who is a surprise, and you don't want it to be just this boring boring thing. And obviously, if you have too much negative interaction, it's just not going to work out. But if you have too little, it's not going to be enough. You're never going to learn from each other. You're never going to grow. So
No, exactly.
I like this a lot. And either way, Odin lives happily sometimes and enjoys life, and he spends time with wise women. So, regardless of this is definitely Frigg in her hall there, that's what Odin is doing, is he's spending his time drinking happily with a wise woman of some kind. But I like it better if it's his wife.
Me too. And there is support for that idea. Yeah.
Enough support.
It's not just us, wishing that it was. There is support. So yeah, I like that interpretation as well.
I like this verse a lot. Definitely when I dug into it a bit more, and the meanings of the words, that was something that I thought was pretty cool.
Definitely.